1X has always been difficult to balance. In the early days of Forsaken, he actually took some skill to play properly. His moves were of course luck-based, but when you hit them, you wouldn't get the upper hand immediately. But since the 1X rework, he's been terribly unbalanced. I'll cover each move's most important change and make some suggestions on how to balance them. Pre-rework Mass Infection was really inconsistent and very punishable. It took some skill to land because you could get parried by a guest or the survivor can dodge pretty easily. Mass Infection has been changed to avoid its old problems. Projectile speed increased by 21%, hitbox size increased by 10%, guest can no longer block up close Mass Infection, damage reduced from 35 to 30, damage up close reduced from 28 to 25, plus 10 damage if survivor already has glitched. These changes aren't that bad. They don't make Mass Infection too OP. These are my suggestions. Decrease projectile speed by 5%. Make the hitbox the same size as before, plus 5 damage if survivor already has glitched. I think that my changes would make Mass Infection less of an almost guaranteed 40 or more damage move. Now it's time for... Entanglement has been 1X's most consistent ability since he was added. When hit, it used to give the survivor pop-ups that they had to click on to escape, or they could stay stunned for 3 seconds. It would also give 1x speed 2 for 3 seconds. As you can imagine, players hated this move, especially PC players because they had to click each pop-up individually with their cursor, but mobile and console players could just spam and get back to running. The Forsaken devs fixed this problem by cooldown decreased to 15 seconds, only stuns for 1 second, and the pop-ups are there for decoration, pulls the survivor towards 1x, stronger pull if survivor already has glitched. The pull is what is really pissing off the whole community. If the survivor doesn't have glitched, then they'll get pulled pretty close to 1X, but if they have glitched, they get pulled right next to 1X. I'd make these changes. Cooldown increased to 20 seconds. Remove the pulling feature completely. Make it stun for 2 seconds. These changes would keep the original purpose of entanglement, but not making it too strong and unbalanced. Let's move on to... Unstable Eye was really balanced, and I'd say it still is. This is what the devs changed. Speed 2 for 1.25 seconds. Blindness and Aura reveal for 8 seconds. These changes are good. It makes this move not only useful to find survivors, but also useful during chase for a speed boost. I'd change this. Speed 2 for 2 seconds. Blindness and Aura reveal for 5 seconds. This suggestion for Unstable Eye isn't even that necessary. Current Unstable Eye is really balanced. Now on to the last move. Rejuvenate the Rotten was an endgame move because of its 200-second cooldown. It almost always used in LMS. The minions' aggro range and fall-off range were too large, so minions could easily trap you whilst you're in chase. These are the changes. Minions can be summoned once per corpse. Minions no longer deal damage, they inflict poison 1 and glitched 1 for 5 seconds. Minions cannot be killed with Mass Infection. Again, great change. They make the move usable right after you kill someone, which is really good. I wouldn't change much. I'd make it so you cannot kill the zombies with entanglement. This change is so that when you want to stun the survivor, you don't accidentally kill the zombie. That could be too OP though. Let's end it off with a conclusion. This rework was a big fail. It made 1x stupidly strong. Most of the rage from the community comes from entanglement, but his damage potential is too high. He can deal 100 damage at a span of 10 seconds in a real chase if he lands 1 entanglement. It literally takes 1 landed entanglement and the survivor is basically cooked. Let me know what you guys think about my suggestions and what the devs should change about 1X. See ya.